Well, hello, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back. Jiu-Jitsu 2000 here today. I hope you're doing fantastic out there. In this video today, I want to talk about this light above me, this power strip on my bench, and most importantly, off-grid power. If you've watched any of my videos in over the last year that have had anything done on my bench, I want you to know that those videos were filmed completely off of the grid. In today's video, I'm going to show you the simple system that I built, and I'm going to show you how it works. Right now I have a power strip right here. I have multiple things that are plugged into this strip. This white one here is my light up above, right there. That's the light that does all of my videos. This little green cord right here, that is these little Christmas lights. They go all the way around my shop. Those Christmas lights do. All the way around, all the way to here. Those are my Christmas lights. So completely around the shop. Right here, I have a USB hub for charging things. This is the camera that I'm filming with right now. So this cord with the blue tip on it, this is my fan that gets all the air and stuff out of the room. So if you've watched like my diesel heater videos, or if I've done anything with a stove or anything, I use this fan to get the fumes and the air and stuff out of the shop. It works very good. It's got 3 speeds. It's just a basic 20-inch box fan. The next one is this little black cord here, and what that does is that goes to my paper shredder right there on the ground. There's my paper shredder. So if I get any junk mail, or if I have to ship a package or something, I have shredded paper. So here, like this JCPenney catalog, I don't need to do anything with JCPenney. So I'll shred the paper. You can see that everything works good. And this is all off the grid. There's an empty spot left right here, and I can plug in whatever I want. Like, for example, we'll just plug in this little light, this little shop light. We'll plug this in right there, and I'll turn this light on. So you can see that I can get shop light. Sometimes when I'm opening my videos and I want a little bit more light, I'll set this off camera and I'll just shine it on myself. This is some of the light that I use for my videos. And it's off the grid light, off the grid power. Now if I unplug this light, turn it off here, and I unplug it, I can plug in this little white cord, and this is a USB hub. This gives me 8 USB ports that are going to be hot, so I can charge 8 different USB devices simultaneously. I don't use this that much, but once in a while I'll pull this out and I'll run lots of USB stuff, mainly charging flashlights or things like that. So I can unplug that. Once in a while, I will need to charge power tool batteries, whether it's Makita, DeWalt, whatever. I'll plug in my charger, get whatever tool battery I need, and I'll plug that bad boy in, charge it off the grid. You can see that this charger is now charging this battery with free electricity that I generate from the sun. Now the cool thing about this system that I'm going to show you today is I built the system for around $100. That does not include the battery. So you could choose whatever battery you want, but the system that I built, I'm using a 100 amp hour lithium iron phosphate battery. But you can use a deep cycle lead acid battery. You can get those at Walmart for like 75 bucks, up to maybe $150 for a deep cycle lead acid battery. So whatever battery you want to do, that's up to you. Now, one of the biggest things that I use this system for, not only the lights when I film my videos, but I cut the weeds in my yard with my Makita lawnmower. It runs on two 18-volt batteries, so I can plug in my battery charger here about once a week and charge those batteries, because I usually mow on the weekends and it works good. I just mow the weeds down and it works fantastic. So everything that I'm doing is completely free. It doesn't cost me anything. So now I'm going to take you outside with me. We'll take a look and I'll show you how this works. There's the power strip right there. And if you look right here, this is the cord that comes from the power switch. You see that green cord? That green cord goes right out there. And that little piece of plywood that you see right there in the sun, that's where we're getting all our power. Okay, so this cord comes out and here is my setup. I'm gonna shade this solar charge controller so you can see. This is the Renogy Wanderer. You can see green telling us the status of our battery. Blue is the battery type, and I'm using lithium iron phosphate. This is a 500 watt power inverter, and then right here you can see the voltage of the battery, 12.6. This solar panel is a 25 watt monocrystalline, I think it's a Nupoa panel, and this system works really good. If we follow this black wire right here, you can see I zip tied it to these mounts so it doesn't get pulled on. This cord goes to the shop and this other cord goes underneath here. So let's take a look. Green one goes to the shop, orange one is the free one, and the black one, that's the one that charges this battery. And then there's the orange cord. I have a solar generator on that chair. Sometimes I'll plug into that and use that for my shop, and then other times I'll use this system to charge whatever solar generator I'm dealing with. But right now you can see I have these lights. These lights are plugged in on the system and they work good. They're very bright, so if I want some light at nighttime, I can turn those on out here. If I want to eat out here or cook out here, whatever I'm doing, I can have a little bit of light, and all of this energy is for free. It comes from the sun. Sometimes I'll just let the unit sit here and hang off of a screw in the beam up there. I'll just let it sit here and hang and charge, and it does just fine. You can see the charge controller still shows the photovoltaic active, so that means we're bringing in power into the battery. Okay, let me disconnect the power from the system and I'll plug it into this little solar generator, and then we'll head back into the shop and I'll take that unit in there and I'll show you everything. But the shop is now going to be ran off of this unit here. Right now it's got 93% and I'm drawing 47 watts. That's what I'm drawing using the lights and the Christmas lights and all that. There's that. This is just a 500 watt power inverter. It's not even a sine wave. The Renogy Wanderer. I've taken all this cordage that you see that goes from the power inverter to the battery. This was an old power cord from a vacuum cleaner that I found at the dump. So I saw that and I cut the cord off. I think it's a 16 gauge cord, and it's perfect for this system. So I have power coming from the charge controller to the terminals on the power inverter, and that same cord is the cord that goes to this battery. And this battery works fantastic. This system, if you look at my voltage now, I'm at 13.3 volts now that I've turned it off and I'm not using anything. And again, the lights and stuff that you're seeing right now are being ran off of that blue X-Star solar generator. It works very well. Right here, I have a little disconnect, because if I want to work on anything, I can easily disconnect the solar panel and then I can work on the system. You see the photovoltaic turned off. This is just that 5.5 by 2.1 connector. So therefore I don't have to worry about if I'm going to fry this charge controller. So this system is just mounted to a piece of wood. As you can see, I've got two receptacles. There's a little fan on the top of this that when it gets hot, it'll blow air upwards. So the heat will naturally rise out of this unit. A lot of times, like I mentioned, I'll leave this just hanging out there, and it's not even that good of sun, and this system works good. I've been using it for well over a year. It's fantastic. I can charge phones and things like that, and the only thing that I kind of wish I would have done different on this is I wish I would have used a little thicker cord, because sometimes these lights, when I try to do a couple things, sometimes the lights will dim a little bit, you know, if I turn the fan on or if the battery's getting a little low or something. I've actually taken this system and plugged in my Chinook, and I'll watch movies, I'll turn on lights, and maybe while the other battery on my Chinook is recovering or something like that. I have 400 watts on the Chinook, but a little system like this I can throw in the back of the truck, and I can take it out when I'm going to be filming. This will power all my cameras. It'll charge my phone. It'll charge my drone, my GoPro. It'll run the camera that we're running right now. I can charge solar generators. Even though this is only 25 watt panel, it does good. It's slow, but if you're patient and you don't want to burn a big hole in your pocket, this is a system I've been using for a long time. And because this is a lithium phosphate, you can draw that thing down pretty far and leave the system alone and let it take a day or 2, 3 days, whatever it takes to recharge that back up. 1280 watt hours divided by, let's just say we're getting 20 watts. Let's be a little conservative. 20 watts, that's 64 hours of run time. 64 hours it's going to take if this thing was fully dead. Now I know that sounds scary, but let's not forget that I made this system for a light duty system. I can also use larger systems to charge this battery if it's starting to get low. This indicator will turn yellow and eventually it'll turn red. Most of the time when I come out, that thing's green because I don't use heavy things on this system. Let's talk about watching a movie in the Chinook, for example. It's a little LED TV. I'm gonna say that TV draws probably 35 watts, probably less than that. But let's say a 2-hour movie at 35 watts per hour, that's a total of 70 watt hours. And then you divide that by, let's say 20 watts of this solar going in. So 3.5 hours it would take, being conservative, to charge that battery back up to where it was before you watch the movie. So this system, it works very good because I'll come out one day and I'll use it and I'll film my videos, and I don't even get this thing to go yellow. I'll come out here for a few hours and I'll film videos, and then the next day it has all the whole day to charge itself back up while I'm in the house video editing. So it works perfect for me. Every time that I've needed this system to work, it has worked. and it's worked great. So you can change and mix and match these things if you want. You could put a sine wave inverter on there if you want. You could put a different charge controller, a larger panel, or the battery. I mean, you could go down to a lesser battery or up to a bigger battery. So these types of systems are very easy. And for me, for what I'm doing, being the YouTuber and just running my lights and stuff in the shop, it's perfect. It's perfect. So if you've watched, like I said, any of my videos where I've been out here in the last year, they've been powered by this system. If it's not being powered by this, it's being powered by a solar generator that gets refueled when this gets topped off. It's wonderful. And to be able to take it and throw it in the back of the truck and go camping, maybe you're wanting to let your kids play their video games or charge their phones or whatever. This is a simple system. Costs about $100 to put this together without the battery, and I talked about that. Now I'm actually thinking about building another system a little bit larger. I want to do maybe 1,000 watts, 1,500 watts, maybe do 50 watt panel or 100 watt panel. Of course, I'm going to need a larger piece of wood, but this battery has been wonderful. This charge controller, if you run your solar panels in parallel, putting all the positives together and all the negatives together and then running that string in, you can run up to 400 watts of solar panels off of this charge controller. It's just fantastic. I'm proud of this system. It's been the system that has kept these videos coming your way for over the last year. That's just crazy thinking about that. It works for me. I'm not saying this is the way to do it. I'm saying this is the way I did it, and it's working great for me. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please feel free to leave your comments down below. Like this video, share this video, and until next time, have a beautiful day. We'll see you on the next one. Bye for now. Okay, take a walk with me. We have everything running. I've got a yellow battery indicator. I've been running this for quite a while. Let's follow this cord. See where this cord goes. Turns into the green cord. And we have the Chinook. So the electric cord comes out of the Chinook. I've got it plugged in, so I'm using that system to run my Chinook. So if we go inside, pardon the mess. So if we look up, you can see I have every light on in the Chinook. I'm running the Fantastic fan. I am on the third Back to the Future movie. So I'm out here watching movies. If we look at the solar that's on the Chinook, this one's turned off. It's not even turned on. I've got everything turned off down here. So I'm using the 500 watt system to run basic stuff, to run TV, lights. It's working very good. If I have to guess, it's probably running between maybe 100 and 150 watts I'm probably pulling right now. But yeah, I can sit here and watch movies. I can relax, run lights, and I can do all that for free because I charge that battery. And it might take a while. You know, it might be another 2-3 days before I come out here and watch movies again, and that's okay, because with that system, it needs that time to build that battery back up. It got to a yellow indicator like you saw, and I've been, like I said, I'm on the third movie. I've been out here watching movies, testing the system, and it's working absolutely fantastic. So I'm turning this off for the night. I'm done watching my movies. The battery voltage is up to 13.2. Obviously there's no solar coming in, but look, the battery level indicator light came back up from yellow to green. So this thing will have all day tomorrow, the next day, however long, to charge, and it's just a good little system. It's simple.